Hard in the Paint. My name is Aaron Showtime Taylor. Today on the show, I got a young rapper and a producer that I met at the VBL during the summertime. This is L.A. Dre, Cash XO, and of course the CEO Juby of JUB Records. Welcome to the show, fellas. How y'all doing, man?
Thanks, good.
Man, on the real, man. Appreciate y'all coming up in here today, man. So look, since we always, this is Hard in the Paint, we're gonna start in sports, L.A. Dre. Look at that camera and tell the people a little bit about your sports history real quick, and then what brought you to music.
I grew up a Laker fan.
There we go.
Magic, Kareem, Worthy.
And where'd you play your ball at?
I played basketball at Manual, a little small stint. I ended up being top 25 when I played for Santa Monica College.
Top 25 in Southern California or the state?
State,
okay,
yeah.
all right, well, let's talk. Go into that.
From there, I went on to a small school in Kansas called Brown Mackey. Mm-hmm. I played for a coach by the name of Coach Flax.
Shout out to Coach Flax all the time.
From there, I came back down. I ended up playing for Chafee. I played there for a year and a half. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I ended up getting into some trouble in the streets, and I had a setback, for some years.
Well, we can go to the setback in a minute, but so you end up in the VBL.
Yeah, after
you
that,
told me you played there.
That's when after my departure from that world.
He went on vacation.
Yeah, vacation. I ended up playing for the VBL, mm-hmm. and I did it for about 2 years, and then that was about it.
And so when you transition, like during this time, how is music playing a part in your life to bring you to where you're at now?
Oh, I was always a huge music fan. I go back to Eazy-E, DJ mm-hmm. Quick, Ice Cube. My favorite rapper is Jay-Z.
Okay.
Nas. So hip hop has always played a big role in my life.
Right. Let me transition over here because the brother Juby, right, he has a dance hall background, right, coming up out of Jamaica and whatnot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I know you said you played a little bit of soccer, but more into the music. So let's talk about that. How did that dance hall influence, right, and that grounding come into the record company that you guys have now?
I started off a little bit of reggae first, mm-hmm. and then when I moved to the state, New York, I met Jadakiss.
Okay.
And when I met Jadakiss, he always liked my energy. I said, bro, put me on a record. I said, bro, bro, put me on a record.
Right.
So Jadakiss gave me the influence to start to make music. So Jadakiss is my first artist and my label, JUB Record.
Right, okay. And now when you're doing this, right, because like you said, you got Jadakiss getting at you like, man, make me something, right? And you're like, man, I'm a dance
Yeah, he said, put me on with a, as a matter of fact, he want me to rap.
Right.
I said, bro, I don't do that no more. So what I did, I put him on with a reggae artist, a famous reggae artist called Baby Chef.
Okay.
So when I put him on, I realized that's what I want to do. Instead, be a rapper, I want to be an executive producer.
Executive producer, got you.
Yes, sir.
And so now as an executive producer, when you come across L.A. Dre, and I think he's like a talent scout for what you do, he's out getting people straight from the street. I want young artists, I want them to come up in here, I want to give them someplace where they can learn the business and whatnot.
Well, you have different A&Rs. You have some A&Rs that, like to scout. You have some...
But before you go further, explain what A&R is, just real quick, just what that means.
It's artists and repertoire.
Okay. And what does that mean in general?
The development of an artist.
Okay.
Okay, so you have some artists that you have some A&Rs who want to just strictly just go and scout. But then you have some artists who want to be a part of the whole process, mm-hmm. making the music, writing the music, constructing the music. That's the kind of A&R that I chose to be. Mm-hmm. I want to be a part of the creative part of the A&R world. So that's what I am to this trio. Me and him, we do a lot of building in the studio. So any artist that I was to go out and I was to scout, I would let them know that I'm here to work with you.
Right.
I'm not here just to scout you and just to give you off to somebody. No, we're gonna go work. We're gonna build, you know,
We're gonna develop.
a masterpiece, and
Listen,
there.
Development.
you use the word masterpiece.
yeah.
So we're gonna use that word to introduce young Cash X. So what's happening?
What's happening?
So now I meet Cash and both of you guys at the VBL during the summertime, right? He walks up to the table. He's like, "Hey man, I got my music, man. Where am I supposed to give it to?"
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, "Who is this?"
Yeah,
And the boy grabbed the mic and lit it up. That's what made me say, I need him on Hard in the Paint. When we were talking earlier, you said most of the music that you write, it just comes straight from here. You have the bars here and you formulate the bar before it even come out your mouth, right? And that's a beautiful thing. So can you talk about how that goes on in your head? Give some young rapper who's looking up one day thinking, you know, how can I do it? Give him a piece of advice when you talk about yourself right now.
I feel like everybody go through things, you feel me? If you're gonna make music, then make it a story. Well, that's what they always tell me, like, just make the song make sense, because I'll go in there and then not write and the song be everywhere. So I had to learn how to, like, think about the bar before I just, like, I don't just freestyle the whole song at all. I never did that. Like, I would just sit there, say something, wait a minute, think about it, say the next one, instead of just writing it out. But it's like the same thing.
And
That's
then-
what I'm good at, though.
So in that construction though, right, this is where I hear L.A. Dre coming in at. L.A. Dre kind of gave you more of a template to put together to put what you was doing, so it lined it up and made it in order and made it make sense when it came out. And then how did you take it from there?
Just took it and ran with it.
And what other creative processes do you have? Like you say you go through your life experiences,
I
right?
like to just let it come out.
So what part do you play in as executive producer to say, okay, I done took the jeweler's gym, now I see it's ready to go?
Well, I take the finished product, like say if he did like 5 or 6 songs, and I say, you know what, this is good, but this is the banger, so we just go with the banger, you feel me? So it take a minute, you know what I mean? It's just like an MBA, you gotta go train and build up your skill to get perfect, you know what I'm saying? So that's where we are right now.
Right.
Yeah.
How many songs have the two of you? I mean, I'm understanding that you're writing, but when you guys put this stuff together, how many songs does it take before you bring something back and he's like, hey man, this is the banger?
Usually,
It don't take long at all.
no, usually we have a game plan. We stick to it. We play chess. Okay, so
Okay.
so whatever our ears we feel like, you know, mind you, he's an up and coming artist. So we go and we play with different things. You know, we might go R&B. We might go just strictly rap, or we might up the tempo, or you know, lower the tempo. You're chasing a hit, you know. Is that necessarily the wrong thing to do? No, because you're actually trying to find what lane that he needs to be in. See, what I teach is structure, okay? I teach that a song has to have a chorus, a verse, a hook, a drop, you know, and an ending.
Right.
You know, if a song does not have that, then that's a problem. And that's a problem that a lot of these young artists have, is that they don't have structure to their songs. And they try to fight the process, but ultimately you can't fight the process.
Right. There's like unique records that I can think of that don't fit that particular mold, you know, but those songs are like unique in and of themselves. The first song that popped in my head when you were speaking was LL Cool J. Knucklehead spreading gossip all over town. That's just a straight run.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that run might be 48 verses or something like that, but that's like unique inside of an album. What you're talking about is the presentation, how you want the world to see you before they get to that jewel
Well,
piece.
you make your money through publishing.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say that this is the person. I think it was James Dean about 2 weeks ago. Sold his lyrics for about $450,000. So as an artist, you want to write your music because
'cause that's where you make your money. as
That's
an
where
artist.
you're making your money from.
Yeah.
Now we don't know what's in your head. Okay. So what we want to do is bring that out of your head. You feel what I'm saying? Once you bring that out of your head and you jot that down, that becomes a part of, a creative history. This is what I think, a creative history.
Which will
Tupac-
eventually become a masterpiece.
Yeah, Tupac lyrics sell today
Right.
in bookstores.
Right. And so what you're talking about, if I hear you correctly, you're talking about true hip hop, where you can make a song and 30, 40 years later, that song is still a banger. People can go back and look at
course.
it, look at the lyrics, look at the content of it, right?
course.
And still feel the beat along with it,
Of course.
right? People can say, well, he sound like, but there's always that uniqueness of you in there that distinguishes you from everybody
Like
else.
no matter who I got a
Right.
song with, like I want somebody to be like, oh, that's Cash. Like,
Right.
But this is the thing. Me and him, we know the sound. We know a sound that he has.
but I want
that's
more
distinct-
sounds though. That's like my problem, bro.
That's distinct from everyone else's.
I like what he just
You
said,
know?
though. Does this happen when y'all alone? He like, man, I want more. It's like, wait, hold on.
Oh
yeah, like bro, I don't want to just make one fucking sound, bro.
No, I get what Dre
I
says
wanna
is
do
right. You know what I'm
everything.
saying? But I never want to box him up in the box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he already have the sound though. He just got to live into it. That's it. And he's out of here, and he's dope as fuck.
And that's where the structure
You know,
comes from.
he's dope.
If
hard.
just think about it. If every artist structured their music, how hard would it be not to find your sound? You have to structure your music. If you structure your music, you will find your sound. It's that simple.
The person that popped in my head then when you said that was Drake.
No, you're right.
There's
100%.
there's
the
a
devil's
formula
in the
there for the
detail.
structure. You already know what
The
you're going to
devil's
get.
in the detail.
Right.
You
Once
feel
you come
me?
with the template,
Repetition is the mother of all learning. Structuring your music, when people hear music, they don't hear lines. They hear certain words. They hear certain terms or certain instruments, and that sticks with them. You feel me? You ever been in the shower and one part of the song just made you just go crazy?
Bro,
That's what I look for.
bro, I do TikToks.
Yeah, so that's what I look for.
That one part of the song is my
That's
life.
that's what I look for. When I'm in the studio recording with an artist, you have to give me that. You have to, somewhere in that song, you have to give me some kind of climax to where I'm gonna be like, woo! That's what I'm looking for. If you ask me when I'm looking for an artist, that's what I'm looking for. But Cash, he already knows that, his music is all right. He's nice. It's just that, like we said, we had to structure it, And once you structure it, you get a body of music that's nice.
There's an interview I did with the CEO of Getro Entertainment, Getro Inc., excuse me. And he was along the same lines, too, of structure and making sure that, when you're presenting, when you're in the studio, whatever it is that you're doing, the structure remains the same because it becomes a formula for you. And dancehall is perfect for that because no matter what happens, no matter who the artist is, in dancehall there's a formula there that you know and expect to be there.
Of course.
And as far as the inspiration behind your lyrics, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me, or what can you look in the camera and tell one person about that inspiration that can help them formulate their lyrics as well?
Just let it come from your heart. Let it come from your soul. Don't force it. You don't sound right. Don't. You feel me? Like they tell me all the time, bro, you gotta go back. Go back. If you don't like it, go back. There's nothing wrong with going back and fixing it. I was like, my problem, I used to just record it and be like, nah, I'm cool. So I'm done. I don't even be playing old songs for it. I used to be trying to make a million songs, but
So what was it like the first time? Because I remember the first time I walked into a studio. You know what I'm saying? What was it like the first time? Just go back to it. The first time you walked into a studio that wasn't in nobody's bedroom.
I just like hearing my voice. But I'd rather record somewhere like that, like
Well, I hear you. I know.
cozy.
I know the comfortability of a small room, but what I'm talking about, the first time you walked into that studio, what was
I
that?
was like-
What did that feel like?
I was like, yeah. This shit.
You
I'm
walk
about to do
in.
this shit forever.
Yeah, you walk in, you see the whole control panel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Tracks,
I was just-
tracks.
I was like touching shit. I got in trouble.
He said, I got in trouble.
I was like, damn, man.
The realest interview I've had.
I was like, man, this is crazy.
I got in trouble.
Nah, for real.
So now let's go back to the bedroom rap though, right? When you're sitting there, right? Because you know when you be in the bedroom, like you said, there's a comfortability and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Take
Cereal
my shoes
bowls,
off.
right? Cereal bowls, boxers, and all that. So
Chilling.
drive from that for me.
What you mean?
Like when you sitting there like that, right? Where are you reaching in to get them inspirations from?
Home. Like events and everything that's going on, shit that I see. I like to rap about like what other people like are like doing.
And as far as the party stuff, what's the inspiration behind that?
Partying.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's about partying, but you know, there's always an energy that goes into it.
Okay.
Dre, how you structure that?
That's my man.
That's where you made him at a party?
Bro, lit.
Talk about that then.
You got to talk about it.
Because you got a smile on your face.
Bugging the shit out of me.
Oh, God.
I didn't know what to make of Cash when I first met him, man. I surely didn't. We were actually pushing an artist by the name of
Enzo.
Enzo.
Enzo, shout out Enzo.
It's another shout out Enzo. Enzo was another artist that signed to JUB, but he's in Jamaica.
There's like a Afro dance reggae.
Afro dance reggae?
Yeah.
So when Cash approached me, you know, I wasn't really into we were dealing with an international artist in my head. You know, we wasn't really, you know, on rappers and whatever. So I think about maybe like 5 days later, me and Juby, we was talking and we was like, man, bro, he was like, I need a rapper. You know, that was something I'm into too. I rap myself. You feel me? So I was like, all right, let me go out there. My intent wasn't to run into an artist so fast.
Not looking for.
I wasn't looking for it so fast, and it just happened. And then I had went to an event, and this dude saw a music symbol behind my ear. So, hey man, you do music? I was like, yeah, man, but I don't really deal with in-state art. He's like, man, you sign. Come on, man, just sign me. I was like, bro, like, whatever. So the whole night, every time he saw me and part of that party, he, sign me. So I kind of ignored it. I ain't gonna be honest with you.
You gotta
I
tell
ignored
him.
it.
You gotta tell him where you played the song at.
Oh yeah. So we ain't gonna put that on.
Nah, come on, bro.
Well, I was taking a shit. Maybe like one of those
On some Devin the Dude stuff.
Early in the morning, smoking, And I said, let me play this dude shit.
You was on your Devin the Dude, huh?
I went to his messages, and I played the music. I was like, oh shit, this
is
kind of
fire.
hard. He kind of fire. You feel me? So I had to. Me and Juby was meeting up that night, and my son do music too, and my son hard. So we were actually meeting on my son and talk about different singles we can drop with my son. Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, hear this dude too. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So he was like, yo, bro, kind of hard. And he actually liked one of the songs. We met Cash, I think it was a week later.
Something like that, yeah.
2 weeks later,
2
Cash
weeks
was doing a big budget video with Ben Mark, being me.
Shout out Ben Mark.
You heard it, Ben Martin?
Shout out Ben Mark. It's been history since then, so that's how we got here today.
And from the executive side?
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
How this look from the executive side when they bring you to, because he said he was drunk. He said he rode up on him drunk, you know what I'm saying? It was happening, man, you know what I'm saying? And he said he seen the music symbol, so when they bring it to you, you know what I'm saying? What's going through your head when you hear it?
I hear a couple songs on the CD, but there's one song stand out to me, and I'm saying, I said, okay, it got something, you know what I'm saying? Some potential, but a lot of work got to be done, you know what I'm saying? So I said, let me see him image, make I see what the dude look like, and write their soul, you know what I'm saying? I said, this dude look like a star. So I know I can do something with it, you know what I'm saying? So we just make it happen, do the paperwork, and we out of here.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Executive decision.
Yeah, no,
That's how it
no,
went?
no waste, no time.
Well, you want to smile. Is that how it went? How did
Yeah,
that make
I-
you feel,
I didn't
though?
waste no
Wait,
time.
watch this. Wait, how did that make you feel, though? Because you talked to him, you begged him. I'm using the word beg, bothered, you know what I'm saying?
I made my mom come out here.
What?
I made my mama come out
Yeah,
here.
his mom
She
came in,
and
yeah.
my little sister. You know what I mean? Just to see her happy. Live, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, when I saw him, I know it was a star off the top. You know what I'm saying?
When you got that type of belief behind you, how does that make you when you go into your work now? How does that make you feel?
Just make me be working overtime, bro. When y'all be asleep.
Oh, believe me, I know that statement real well. I think everybody sitting on the stage know that statement well, and I'm gonna say it for them.
Yeah.
When everybody else be out partying, be in the house,
Yeah, we believe that statement too.
working.
We know he telling the truth.
Right, working. When everybody else is out trying to look good and trying to be what he saw in you, that's what you're supposed to be, working. And when you have an artist like that, when you see what's going on and you see his, the drive that he has, how does that make you feel in your position when you're working with him?
I tell them all the time, man. This is a sacrifice. This ain't no. This is a message for the artists out there. When you have two individuals who put their time and their effort, they grind,
Their whole life.
behind something, you should
Appreciate it.
appreciate that and
And
work
work harder.
10 times
Like
harder.
harder.
The blueprint of it all.
That's the recipe.
If you have 3 people in a team who have the same belief level, there's a slim chance that you won't make it, okay? A slim chance. There's a huge chance that you will make it.
If you're on the same page.
So at times, I see when I'm in the studio with Cash, he brings me back every time. Okay? When I'm up in there and I'm a part of the process, it brings me right back on board. Because this ain't no easy journey. This ain't something you say, oh, you know what, Mom? I want to be a rapper. I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna meet somebody right now. I'm gonna meet Dr. Dre and I'm gonna blow up and it's gonna be, no, that's not how it happens.
It's a process.
This is a process. These are years. These are losing the people that's close to you. These are crying, financial burdens.
Yeah, sacrifice.
It's everything that come with it. If you're not ready for this, don't do it. And one of the biggest reasons why I do it is because every time I step in that studio, even though me and him will go back and forth, because I'm militant in the studio. Like I said, I want structure. You feel what I'm saying? Usually, Cash will say, okay, all right, you know what? Just let me do me. Just let me do me. You know what I'll do? I'll be like, all right, go ahead. Go ahead, do you. That's what I had to learn. And when he's done doing what he's doing, we'll sit down and we'll structure it. You feel what I'm saying? So as long as I can do that, that's gonna, you know what? I can push forward. I can keep going. If I have an artist that's gonna continuously not put forth the effort that we expect,
Then you're
I
not
don't-
gonna be an artist long with
I
you.
don't.
No, it's not going to
You're
work.
not gonna.
You're wasting my
You're
time.
not gonna be an artist, and then
Yeah.
it's a waste of our time and our energy.
Talk about your work day. When you wake up in the morning till you go to sleep at night, what's your work day, your average work day like?
Crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where to start. It's just crazy, Right
Well,
through
from
the day.
start from when you wake up?
Yeah. Always busy. I can't tell you, man. Busy
Right.
24/7.
But see, when-
I'm on grind,
Right.
Yeah.
Then the reason I ask that because when you on grind, you don't really trip on what you're doing. You're just working.
Yeah.
And you understanding that the work that you're doing is like laying seeds down to get ready for something that's going to grow later on.
Right, that's right.
And so back to the scenario I gave earlier, most of the people that work hard in the middle of the night.
Of course.
So that's why I asked you, how does your day go?
Consistent work, man. Yeah, definitely.
All in making sure that this pushes forward step by step.
Of course, yes.
All right. And when you look at this artist right here, because you invested in him, you said you saw a star. Okay, that's what got him there.
Of course.
But once he got there, what elements of him did you see that say, you know, I'm gonna stick with him?
His fan base. Fan base was so crazy. That's what motivated me. Every time I saw him fan base, because we can see behind the scene of the artist grow. And every day, people want to be like him. People just, nothing but good comments. You know what I mean? So that's what driven me, and that's why I know that I can't stop. You know what? Just have to continue, work harder and harder and harder.
How's your fan base grown since you got with this company?
It's lit now.
Well, being lit, but I mean, where did you start off at?
3 million worldwide.
Yeah.
3 million worldwide? Where were you at when you first got with him?
Zero.
Yeah, just like,
Tell you straight up, it's zero.
just like my city.
Does.
It was just like people in my city.
Oh, yeah,
close
yeah.
friends and shit.
Like
Man
it,
said you had dust particles. in
like
your
if,
fan base.
Yeah, like my friends.
your best
I only got like
friend,
4 friends.
and you know,
100, 200 followers and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you guys have been together how long?
About
like 2 years, like 2 years.
So in 2 years, you went from a mediocre, just like an everyday average people with supporters online to 3 million
Yeah.
worldwide?
That's in views.
Yeah,
That's
like,
in views. Okay,
That's
I
in
got you.
views. So you use
Like
3 million
streaming.
views worldwide.
That's a lot of views.
Yeah, across the board.
Yeah, that's a lot of
It
views.
ain't enough though.
No, it's not enough, but it's definitely a lot.
It's getting there,
It's all
for
right.
sure. It's getting there for
Sorry,
sure.
now. I kind of like that because you saying you want more. How many? What's the number that's
I
gonna
mean,
make you look
100
when
million.
you see 100 million views? That's when you gonna say what?
I'm like, all right, now I got emotion. Like now I'm doing something.
Okay. And so what kind of
You
what
did
kind,
something, man. 100 million. You already did something.
Yeah, but you really doing something.
You're on top of the world now.
Yeah.
Put it that
at
way.
100 million views, you on top of the world?
No, I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
You see, I like that. It ain't enough.
Of course.
It ain't
keep,
never enough.
Keep going.
It ain't never enough. I like that.
be
It ain't
enough.
never enough. Okay, so, and the thing, like I said, what I like about him is it's not enough. 100 million views ain't enough. But that's like, all right, I got a wave to work with now. But that's only 100 million views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once you reach, well, let me rephrase the question this way. You're 25 years old, right? So where do you see yourself at 5 years from now as an artist?
Comfortable.
Comfortable.
On top of the world.
Not even comfortable, but yeah, bro, just being able to have what I want, make sure everybody good, family good. That's all. I don't want nothing crazy.
5 years from now, where you see yourself at in this trio right here? What's your vision 5 years from now?
Hopefully, me and Juby done moved on to 2 more artists by then.
Now I'm finna have my own label.
And Cash is established
Right.
in his
Label Records.
respective space.
Coming soon.
You know.
Wait, hold 1 sec. What's the name of the record company again? What is it?
4L
Say it again. What?
for life.
For life. Okay, gotcha.
So you know, just recognize for what I do. You know, a little bit deeper in the industry and dealing with some more artists.
You lying.
You know, and
You gonna be
get
at
my
house sleep.
resume up. You know, shouts out to Fabio Foreign. You know,
Shout out
first
Five.
one on me and Juby's resume, and just looking forward to working with
So the
more
lines be on
artists.
your head. We
You
coming.
know, working with more artists and being established in the music business.
Okay, now before I ask my next question, right? Everybody here is in LA right now.
Of course.
Okay, so when I ask this question, I'm asking not from a Jamaican perspective
Of
or
course.
Oxnard. This
Definitely.
is LA sound question I'm asking.
Big up the yard man them.
5 years
big up
from
to
now.
America.
5 years from now, right?
Uh-huh.
What kind of influence do you want JUB Records to have in the LA sound?
You mean the sound or the company?
The sound of the company.
I just want to build an empire, you know what I mean? And like what Dre said, sign more artists, more talent, you know what I mean? And be our own entity, you know what I'm saying? That's the goal, empire. JUB in LA, have a big old sign, JUB record. That's my vision, that's my dream.
You want to be able to bring in artists
From all over the world.
From all
and
over the
sign.
world.
Yeah, that's my vision.
strictly hip hop,
No, across the board.
across the
And
board.
Yeah, I do it. We do it every time. Music.
So if they bring a black country western singer in.
I'm signing from
Right.
on his art.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. One last thing before we start to sign off, and this is a question for all three of y'all.
Of course.
Right, and this is a personal question for all three of y'all. 10 years from now, where do you see yourself at personally?
A full-fledged philanthropist. That's where I see myself giving back to my community, to single mothers, to homeless. That's where I see myself.
Where do you see yourself at 10 years from now?
You know, I'm from Jamaica. I came from a very poor area. I want to go back there and build up some skin and some house and give back to poor people. You know? That's my goal. That's one of my goals. I should say.
I got you, and that's in the 10 years from now. I want to be able to go back.
Yeah, even before that, I'm not looking way far ahead. I'm looking like, in a couple of years from now.
I got you, but you know, and like he knows, when we're talking about structure, that means you get to set up a 3, 5, 10 year.
True that.
Got you. So that's why I asked that question. And
Yeah.
coming back to the youngster right here, man, 25 in 10 years, you're gonna be 35. That ain't, for us older dudes, we looking at that like, man, that ain't. But for you, 10 years from now, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? So where do you want to see yourself at 10 years from now?
So the foundation, bro. Trying to give my son something to like, something would have happened to me, you feel me? Like I want to make sure that my kid good. So I just want like a foundation, bro. I'm gonna start investing in some businesses, might open up some businesses. Just something to keep like a steady income, bro, aside from music. Like I'm trying to have some other money still coming, you feel me?
I heard
Just to have like a range, free range.
I heard Nipsey Hussle on one of his early interviews. Matter of fact, I just watched the video the other day, right, where they was talking to him, and he said that the interview was like, "You're not wearing gold like everybody else." You know what I'm saying? Everybody else wearing gold.
It's liability.
Speak on it.
Liabilities. I ain't have no jewelry before they gave me my chance.
The point I was getting into when they asked Nipsey that, Nipsey said, "My first thing is I'm going to do some investment."
Yeah.
He said, "That's cool.
Investment,
It's cool. I got a little gold. When I need to, if I need to, make a move, I can make the move with it. That's good because it's not losing value on that level." But Nipsey said it, and that's why listening to you, Nipsey straight up said, "I'm not putting my money in nothing that ain't gonna give me some money back."
Yeah, so I ain't steady income.
And so listening to you is the same mind frame.
You got to be an artist. You have to think like that, man. You have to think like that. The way, if you're not an artist and you don't seek information, I send him books all the time. Read these books. You got to read. Nipsey, he sought information, and that's what made him so prolific. If you ain't doing that, then you ain't trying to be great. That's how I look at it in my book. If you seeking information, you trying to reach greatness.
Okay, well, to close out, look in your direct camera right now and take 15 seconds to tell your 12-year-old self one sentence.
Stay focused. Don't let outside bad energy take you off your path. Know who you are, and always put yourself first.
And from the brother, look over here in this camera and tell your 12-year-old self something here.
Just like what Dre said, stay focused, put good energy around you, have good people in your life, and God bless. One love.
I'm gonna need you to look in that one and tell your 12-year-old, no, this camera right here, and tell your 12-year-old self something right now. Yep.
Be yourself, love yourself, and trust yourself. And then everything gonna fall in place after that.
I don't know what else to say after that other than my name is Aaron Showtime Taylor. This show is Hard in the Paint, and my guests have been Juby,
Yes, sir.
Cash XO, make sure you spell his name with a K,
With a
and
K.
LA Dre. They're
gang. all
all on Instagram. Lock in, follow them. What else can I say but this is Hard in the Paint, baby. We doing it.
We out here.